Nothing to do this week? Don't miss another event. Go to blacksinsanantonio.com for our event calendar. The home of the largest business directory in San Antonio with an African American focus. Sign up today for our weekly e-blast and text message alerts. Help us make this a better community. Connect, empower, grow.
Because it matters to you, it matters to us. It is Black Video News with your host, Keith Scott. Black Friday Live, San Antonio. Here we go.
I want to thank you all for tuning in to Black Friday Live. I'm your host, Keith Scott. You know where we come with hot topics and subject matter, always with a special guest. Today's first guest right here on Black Friday Live, she is the director of a super duper modeling agency right here in San Antonio, True Dimensions Modeling Agency, Miss Pandora Strother. Mrs. Pandora Strother, yes. How are you doing?
I am good, and how are you?
How's everything going today?
Busy. Always got something going on.
Busy. Well,
yes,
thanks for being on Black Friday Live today.
Thank you.
Now, let's go right into it. True Dimensions Modeling Agency, located right here in San Antonio.
Yes,
but
sir.
First, we talk about the modeling agency. Tell my viewers a little bit about yourself, Pandora.
Well, I am prior military. I did 8 years in Air Force. Go Blue.
Okay. Appreciate your service.
Came back, got into healthcare, and I did logistics. I am also doing logistics now.
Okay. So, prior military, got out, Air Force, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Air Force, got a retired Air Force, airman here, But you're the director of a modeling agency right in here that's making a lot of impact with the models. And
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about True Dimensions Modeling Agency right here in San Antonio, Texas.
Well, True Dimensions Modeling Agency is different from pretty much a lot of other modeling agencies. We, like some, we expect certain things from you, but from us, we do training. We give you etiquette lessons. We make sure that we, as an agency, are covering you. If you have something that you're trying to do, we help you go in that direction. If they have any questions, they have no issues contacting me or Edward Jones, who you had on before. If they're having contract negotiations, that's our job.
Okay.
It's not their job.
Well, tell us just a little in depth more about the modeling agency here in San Antonio. Are you specifically looking for guys? You're looking for girls?
It's called True Dimensions Modeling Agency.
Okay, well tell us a
Be
little
your
bit about True
beautiful
Dimensions.
you. We want everybody. We want sizes. We want shapes. We want men. We want women. The only thing that we do is 18 and older.
18 and older?
You got the drive? Bring it to us.
Okay, so how long has True Dimensions Modeling Agency been in San Antonio?
We are hitting our 3rd year.
So the 3rd year making an impact, got models, guys and girls. Tell us right now, because you were talking briefly about workshops, and I want you to kind of touch on the workshops that you're doing here in San Antonio with the models.
Our workshops, yes. Every couple of months we get everybody together. We do etiquette. We also do walking classes. We let them know scheduling, how it's expected for you to be in front of the camera. We do posing. We also have our lessons, we also makeup and proper attire for going to model calls. A lot of people are not letting these models know what's expected. You have directors, you have people doing cinematography, you have people who are going to be doing product endorsements. You need to cater to what they're expecting. If they want you to come without a whole lot of makeup on, don't show up with a lot of makeup. Most people don't read the fine print. We teach them to read the fine print. We also teach them, as the industry, what needs to be done for you to make a good impression.
So are you guys gearing up for any new events taking place besides the workshops this year?
For us, we're always busy. If we're not showing them the proper etiquette, if we're not showing them our classes, we're asking them to go ahead and go out and try to get themselves in some of these fashion shows. Fashion shows are ramping up right now. There's a bunch of weddings getting ready to happen with the venues. There's quinceañeras, there's summer and spring and all different fashion shows going on now. There are also people who are trying to shoot for calendars. There are also people that are attempting to shoot for brands. Recently, we just had people go in for brand ambassadors.
Okay. Now for clients out there, now are models, do they call for models for specific assignments if they're looking for some models to do stuff with events or anything of that nature?
We do have that. If you go to Facebook and go to True Dimensions Modeling Agency, or you can do a inquiry online, which is tdmsatx@gmail.com.
That's how they can get a hold of?
That's how they can get a hold of you. You can when you go on Facebook, we have pictures of all of our models there. You can see, or you can actually get a hold of us and we can see what your requirements are, see who we have and who's available.
All right, well, that's good stuff. We're going to be talking to a model in just a little bit right here on Black Friday Live. I want to thank Miss Strother right here for being on Black Friday Live this week. Stay tuned for more. Stay logged on right here at Black Friday Live.
Nothing to do this week? Don't miss another event. Go to blacksinsanantonio.com for our event calendar. The home of the largest business directory in San Antonio with an African American focus. Sign up today for our weekly e-blast and text message alerts. Help us make this a better community. Connect, empower, grow.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Thanks for tuning right back to Black Friday Live. I told you I was coming right back. I'm coming right back with a model right here. He's making an impact, not only in modeling, but bodybuilding and in trying to, sneak his way into Hollywood too as well. Model, actor, Mr. Glenn Granger is on the show. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir?
And I left bodybuilder out, man. What's going on, bro?
I'm all right. Can't complain. Feeling blessed.
How's everything going with you, man?
Like I said, it's hard working, just trying to grind. I feel like this year is my year, to really make an impact.
Okay.
With God on my side, I feel like anything is possible. So.
No doubt. You can't go wrong with that, man. Tell my viewers a little bit about Glenn Granger, man.
So prior service as well, I did 5 years inside of the Army. I've been competing in bodybuilding for a year now, and it's been going amazing. This year I'm trying to get my pro card. Hopefully I'll make it to the Olympia. So that's one of my goals. Modeling has been amazing. Got signed by TDM, and they've really been pushing things for me. Now I'm starting to do acting, so I got a movie coming up. So just a lot of things going on, I mean, I can't complain. Like I said, I'm a blessed individual and just trying to inspire the world.
Yes. So, we just talked to the director with TDM, Ms. Strother, and what's some of the things that they've kind of helped cultivate your modeling career with?
Just really linking me into the right people.
Okay.
I've never done fashion shows before. I always thought in my head that I was too short. You know what I mean? But it's all about confidence. It's all about swag, all about, making sure that you put that right foot forward. So like I said, fashion shows, photo shoots, linking me in with the right photographers, things like that, and just teaching me how to really run the business. And that's very important. A lot of people just out here, taking pictures, but about the behind the scenes things, that's very important as well. Yeah. So like I said, just lead me in the right direction.
Yeah, just kind of covering all the bases, with structure and kind of as an entrepreneur too as well, huh?
Yes,
can't leave that out.
Yeah, can't leave that out.
But man, what made you want to go from modeling to the bodybuilding too?
Well, actually, I was doing bodybuilding first. Now, crazy story. I was actually out, in the gym working out, and then a guy came up to me, a photographer, and was like, you should model. And for me, I never really thought that I would. As a child, I had low self-esteem, like a lot of us do, things like that. But it really kind of sort of built my confidence. Seeing myself on camera is like shocking. And even after saying like 1,000 pictures, it still was shocking to me. Like, wow, this dream is actually coming true. You'd have told me something like this 10 years ago, I'd have been like, nah, not happening.
Right.
But I mean, like I said, it's definitely life-changing. And for kids that's out there that's, that has low self-esteem themselves, I'm just trying to be that face, and that inspiring person that can kind of sort of help them and, get them out of them shells as well.
Now growing up in Baltimore, because I know you're from B-More.
Yeah.
B-More in the house. Growing up in Baltimore, growing up a kid in Baltimore, did you ever think you'd be modeling or,
Definitely not
or
modeling.
even the bodybuilding?
Definitely not modeling, definitely not bodybuilding at all. It's really a struggle there,
Okay.
A lot of people don't make it out,
Yeah.
so sad to say, it's a rough area, guns, violence, drugs,
Right.
things like that. So just to make it out is a blessing.
Yes. So did you use the military as, an scapegoat or, for that kid out there that's in B-More or any other inner city? What would you say to him, man, making it out?
Well, just stay focused and just know that Baltimore is not the end. Like I said, once again, for me, the military did help out. I didn't want to go in. It kind of sort of was like my parents led me to it, and I'm happy and I'm grateful for it now. But like I said, just stay focused. Just know that you don't have to live that life. I never wanted to live that life, and I don't want that life for anybody else. It just doesn't lead to anything but death or jail, and that's serious,
Yeah,
so.
that's good for that young youth out there in any inner city, not
any
just
inner
B-More,
Yeah.
But man, you got a movie. You said tell us a little bit about what's going on with the acting now.
So the name of the movie is called Sin.
Okay.
Which is going to be great. So please look out for it. I'll be playing the role of Heyman, which is a psychopathic drug dealer.
Okay.
Which is I ain't never sold drugs, but
Right.
I can kind of relate. Just because coming from Baltimore.
Yeah.
So you see certain things. Like I said, I'm excited. This is my first role.
Okay.
I can't wait. So I'm just trying to hit the ground running. And just take this year by storm.
Well, man, you got a lot on the calendar. I want to thank you for stopping by. For, just the people out there, your following base and, people that are watching the show today, how can they stay connected with you?
All right. So my Instagram is Life and Fitness 86. On Facebook, I'm actually about to start going by the name Indy. Long story behind that. But,
Okay.
Like I said, so you'll be able to see that as well. Like I said, and just, hey, reach out to me, man. I'm here to give you motivation, inspire. Just come along for the journey. You'll definitely enjoy it.
All right, well, man, Glenn Granger, I want to thank you for being on Black Friday Live. Stay logged on for more. I'm going to be coming right back right here on Black Friday Live.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
I want to thank you all for tuning right back to Black Friday Live. It's been an exciting day today. And I'm going to end my last guest with just telling you I got a pastor right here in the Alamo City with the Word of Deliverance Church, Mr. Pastor Terence White. How we doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pastor, good to see you.
Brother Scott, it's good to see you too.
Looking
It's a
good,
pleasure.
Pastor.
Well, thank you very much. Aging mildly,
Oh, well, that's good.
but
Yeah,
God has been good to me.
That's good, Pastor. Pastor the church with your wife here in San Antonio, Word of Deliverance, right here in the Alamo City. Tell my viewers a little bit about the ministry, sir.
Well, the ministry started in 1999 in a one-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
Wasn't designed or our intent to make it a church. We just wanted to help people.
Right.
And around 2000, a lot of people said, well, we want you to be our pastor. I became a pastor in October of 2000.
In 2000.
And it's been a journey. I tell you, my wife and I have experienced a whole lot. We've learned an awful lot. But by the grace of God, He sustains us, He moves us, He motivates us to continue to do the work we're doing.
Well, that's good. Pastoring with the wife right here in San Antonio, Texas. It's 2000, huh? So 18 years later, you're still pastoring.
And we're excited about it because our aim is to reach out to the community at large, of course. We're on the southeast side of San Antonio.
Okay, southeast side.
Right, and we're a few miles away from where I grew up. I grew up in Dignowity Hill. I grew up on Dawson Street, and I'm writing a book called 934 Dawson Street.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about that too.
Well, that's a coming-of-age book. But when God called us, we knew that we wanted to help people. We wanted to instill in our young people the need to educate themselves, the need to seek to know, but also to be people of character and to display ethical behavior. I love the idea of entrepreneurship. I had my first job when I was 8 years old. I was the lawn boy in the neighborhood.
Getting the hustle on, Pastor?
Some of us had it. And I grew up with a lot of positive influences. And of course, in anyone's life, you're going to have the negative. And so you balance those. But because God had a plan for me and my wife and our children, and we have 22 grandchildren.
Oh, wow. 22 grandkids.
Right. And we grew up... I grew up in a big family. It was 7 of us. And it was 7 siblings, a niece and a nephew, and mom and dad in one house. And so back then you had to learn how to get along. And so those things really served us well. My dad, he worked at the Minger Hotel for years. God bless his soul. He left and went home in 1990. But one of the things that really has inspired us in this ministry is that we have God has moved us in such a way that we just want to influence the young people and be a constant help in the community. Being on the southeast side of San Antonio has really paved the way for us. God is helping us see people are people. And we have, our church looks like I like to say we look like the United Nations. We have people from Trinidad, Guatemala, Jamaica, Black American, we have Latinos from Mexico and Tex-Mex, so to speak. So we have Caucasian, we have an opportunity to reach a great mixture of cultures with the Word of God.
It sounds like go ye out and bring all.
There you go.
It seems like you guys are doing that over there.
Yes, sir.
A lot of huge different demographics for the congregation.
Yes, sir. And it has its challenges. Most of which are culinary. Because people like to feed pastors, and I have to tell them, I can't, certain things. I grew up across the street going to church under S.H. James. He was the pastor of Second Baptist Church when I was growing up.
Okay, so let's just talk about that. Here we got a native San Antonian here that's pastoring now in the community, but grew up in these communities.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about our city? The fourth largest, well, actually the seventh largest city in the country for my viewers out there. What are you seeing change here in San Antonio when it comes to just not just African Americans,
of course,
but Hispanics and the demographics that are here?
I think it's amazing. I grew up here loving I've always felt that San Antonio is just a magnificent place. To me, I thought it was one of the friendliest places, but it was not without its issues. And they span economic and racial differences. Growing up, I knew the differences. We felt those differences being black in this community. And they weren't all positive. So fast forward, I moved to Alabama in 1988, which was a culture shock.
Oh, I can imagine.
I've never lived in an area where there were so many black people. Owning so many businesses. Beautiful neighborhoods. When I was born, I lived in the projects in the Wheatley Courts. And then we moved to Dignowity Hill. So going to Alabama, I experienced a great deal of success. I was director of catering at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. I was a junior executive. That was the largest tourist attraction in the state of Alabama. I had a great deal of success there. I've owned a couple of businesses. I had M-Star Enterprises and I had T's Texas Q. And so I really had a great time, but God didn't want me to stay there. So he pulled the rug from under my life. Coming back to San Antonio, however, and seeing the progress economically, educationally, and seeing what happened with the Alamo Dome, it wasn't there when I left. And seeing all the changes, the quarry. I remember when there was no quarry golf course. It was just a stone mill, if you will. But I came back and I said, wait a minute, this city is changing. what am I going to do here? And I think the things that really helped wake me up was a return to my church home.
Okay.
And when God inserted himself in my life, full blown in 99. And God began to heal my marriage. He began to heal my mind. And he began to show his hand completely in my life.
Right.
And he gave me a new view on appreciation.
Well, that's good. Well, that's good. Now, let's just go ahead and talk about it, because you're an author now, too,
yes,
also
sir.
with the new book.
Right.
So tell my viewers a little bit. Now, you shifted gears, Pastor, from teaching and preaching to writing.
Yes.
Tell my viewers a little bit about the book.
Well, the book is called Why Marriage is Important to God. The book is an interesting tale of how God can bring you out of a terrible situation, your mess, as it were. But it takes you from understanding that you're not the only one going through things, and it prepares you to understand just what God has provided you with so that he can use you to strengthen your marriage. Marriage is an institution. Husband and wife is a relationship within the institution. So this book seeks to guide you in understanding how you are to manage that institution, how you can confront the issues of past hurts, past pains, past successes, and how you can face the enemy head on using the Word of God and the power of His Spirit in your life effectively. The book, I hope, will give churches and groups in churches the opportunity to sit down and working together.
Okay.
This book is designed for husband and wife,
right,
and it's designed for groups. There are worksheets in the back accompanied with prayer.
Okay.
It tells a little bit more about me and my wife and some of the things that we'd gone through. We weren't supposed to be together.
Okay.
It was really bad.
Okay.
But God had a plan. And if He had a plan for me and my marriage, I believe He has a plan for everybody. So this book seeks to guide people and to point out things that the devil try to trap you with.
Okay.
I want to help uncover some of that and to empower couples to stay married. It's too much divorce.
Yeah.
In the black family, too many absentee fathers because of it. Society has made it easy for the wife to say bye-bye or the husband to say goodbye. And what I want to do is try to erase that stigma, not only in the black community, but in all of our communities here in San Antonio, and to give them the understanding that God has a plan. And He wants to teach you how to manage the business of marriage, the Marriage Institute that He put you in.
Right. When's the book coming out?
It's coming out in April.
Book's coming out in April?
Hopefully the first week of April.
Okay. And what's the title of it?
The title of the book is Why Marriage is Important to God. It is published by Page Publishing out of New York City. It's my first book, my first manuscript that I sent. They accepted it. They said, we want to publish this book. So it's sort of new to me.
Okay. Now, for my viewers out there, Pastor, how can they find out more information about the church and just how to get connected with the ministry here in San Antonio?
To find out more about us, you can go to www.wordofdeliveranceSA.org. It's a nice website. It'll give you information on upcoming events. It'll even put you in touch with information for our marriage and relationship conference that's held every year. This year is May 4th through 5th. You can also call me at 210-548-9670. My phone is publicly known, and I will answer and return calls. This is an opportunity to grow in your marriage, to allow God in on a deeper level. Our church location, the physical location, is 123 Goliad Road, San Antonio, Texas. If you know where 5 Points is, Fair Avenue, Gevers, and Goliad Road, that's where we're located in the Highland Hills Center. I want to recommend that you come by. It's a new experience.
All right.
I know.
Well, Pastor White, I want to thank you for being on Black Friday Live, and keep us informed too and up to date when the book published.
I sure
so
will.
we can get it out there to my viewers. Okay.
I sure will.
I want to thank Pastor White, and I want to thank my guest today for being on Black Friday Live. We'll see you next time right here. As always, be encouraged.
God bless.